Saturday live. It is what it is. Got my chat all open. Let's see who comes in to answer this question. All my answers. All right, cool. So we are running. I'm going to be just a minute while the intro music fills up the timeline, and we'll be back in 2 or 3. We'll see if we can get an early audience in here. See what happens. Nature's call does not respect my schedule. Well, obviously not a whole lot of people in here on a Saturday. Earlier than normal, to all my regular friends that tune in, I'm normally on at about 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are pushing that today. I'm 2 hours earlier than normal, so yeah, apologies for that. But I mean, the earlier timeline means I get to meet a new audience and then say hello to some new people. So there I am in the mirror. That's why I have the mirror. Hello to everybody who's new. This is an audio hi-fi music channel. I've got lots of albums and CDs and all that kind of stuff. So we do talk about music and hi-fi gear, hopefully saving you money and not falling for the marketing jargon that people like to spill. Hello to the 11 people are out there. Sour Blade, Noon Blueberry, Hannah's World, a lot of new names and friends. Welcome. I do appreciate the new audience. I mean, if you like music, then you're a lot like most of us. A lot of people know the term audiophile. Basically, it's just another fancy word for music lover that also buys gear to make stuff sound better. So Los Zitas is asking a good question, actually. He says, what do you do to afford all this stuff? It's a very good question. Also, the other good question about it is, how long did it take to afford this stuff? Because you don't need to make a lot of money in order to afford it. The question is how well you save the money you do make. So you don't have to spend a lot on it, but in order to get to this point, I have spent, 30 years of my life pursuing the ability to afford it and knowing what to buy and how and where to buy it. And that's what I do. I mean, I have a full-time job. I'm making almost $30 an hour. I practice good savings plans and good financial advice, and I know a lot of people in the industry as well, so I work with marketing and media and photography and event planning, or not event planning, but event photography and media. So it affords me some access to discounts, but not completely. Any number of things. I mean, you buy something, you sell it, you earn something, you hold on to it, you trade up, you trade down. A lot of the ways that you can afford gear is about how you manage your finances and not so much just how much you make. For me, I don't have a car, I don't drive because I live in the city. I save money where I can because audio and music quality is a priority for me. I don't have kids, I don't have a girlfriend, I don't have a wife, I don't have any of these other kind of high-end expenses because my priority has always been music and the ability to build a room out so that I can listen to music whenever I want. And I have all of the gear and the music that I can ever want to enjoy, right? This is the priority. It's not everybody's priority, but it's just one factor in the, in that realm of how do you afford it. So why do you have a samurai sword in your background? I have 5 of them. And the reason for that is in a previous video, I explained that my mom passed away a number of years ago and her ponytail is there. So this room, the reason why it's all in white and decorated in white is to honor her memory. Even the CD player is a tribute CD player. You see that? So this room is like a place for me to go and listen to music of my mom's favorite musics and enjoy music, enjoy the thing that I enjoy a lot. Hello, man. Greetings from Ukraine. Welcome. Hello. I hope that you're doing well there. I know the world is crazy and I wish you well and all of that, as well as everybody else in the world. We don't like politics the way that it has decided our lives. We wish everybody better. Enough of that, but thanks for tuning in. I do appreciate it. Las Zetas, I hope that answers your question. I have multiple systems as well. If you guys want to see my other system, hold on a minute. Let's go on a journey. So that's my other audio system there. That's the A6 there. The Radiant acoustic speakers. The Monitor Audio Studio 89 speakers, which I swap in and out. The home theater system that is in the background. The 2-channel system here is basically the Eversolo is a preamp, and then the power amps are underneath here, similar to the ones I have in the other room. Again, the same thing applies. I've been involved with media and advertising for 5 years. I work closely with brands and retailers that are in the city. The exchange and the work that I do for media and writing for magazines affords me some favors. I get some things for free, as in terms of borrowing. I get to borrow and play with it. So it's not to say that I'm buying and owning all of it. Part of a reviewing process is you do favors in advertising, and then that affords you the ability to borrow gear and work with brands and retailers more closely. So again, lots of CDs and music stuff everywhere. The home theater system all the way around. Lots of my movies. And yeah, that's the other system. I mostly listen to the 2-channel system this way. This is much better tuned for higher quality. And like I answered earlier, it's not that I bought everything all at once. I don't think anybody has, tens of thousands of dollars or even $5,000 to go and spend on audio. That's not really practical. I think you can buy them a little bit at a time, spend, enough money on something like an amplifier or an integrated unit that's maybe, $300 or $400. You can buy them from Amazon, and then you can buy used speakers with some advice for maybe $500. And then for under $1,000, whenever you can afford that, you have a decent system to plug a phone into, plug your computer into, As long as you set it up correctly, it's positioned in your room, around your desk, you learn about audio the way that it's supposed to be set up, then you can get pretty good sound for not a lot of money. And that's the whole point of kind of why I share things. It's not to say you need to get what I have, because that's crazy. That's not the way that it works. And not around here anyways. You don't need all of this stuff, multiple units. You can get everything all in one and then add the speakers to it. I have extra subs and amps that are independent, but you can get a unit that's all just in here. It has everything. Streaming, amp, Bluetooth, wireless, internet, like everything all in one box, and it doesn't have to cost even upwards to $1,000. I mean, I know that wages and money in these days and work and pretty crazy these days with a lot of that stuff, but I also think that you can also get away with and also use like a headphone station. Like, instead of having all of this stuff around my room, right, it takes up space, I have a whole room for it, you can have a unit like this which does have a headphone port, and then you can have a whole unit and just use headphones. Get a very comfortable chair. You can set up in a nice room. You don't have to worry about the space. You're not going to disturb anybody else. And then you can do it that way. 15 votes on the answer there. It says subs with 2 channel. 80% say yes, 20% say no. And I can see why some people have said no, because subwoofers sometimes don't align correctly with the towers. It does require a little bit more effort in order to tune it all correctly. Pixel Castle's in the house. What's up? So, Andriy Sound from Ukraine, hello and welcome. I hope that you're doing well. The Skull Sovereign asked why I had so many samurai swords around. I believe I've answered that question. To start off the stream, we had a nice flood of new people, but I'm not really sure if they'll all stick around. I think I can close this now, right? Subs with 2 channel. Let's delete that one. Let's do another one. Poll. Let me see. What's more important? Let's say priority. Oh, I need to do a poll. I need to do a poll then instead. Poll. Yes, no. No, that's not the right one. Oh yeah. What is priority? Amps, speakers. There we go. This is fun. I'm trying something new. Pixel, how's your day, dude? Hopefully really well. We had some pretty warm weather today, warmer weather than normal. It is dropping down into the freezing temperatures now, though. I believe we're supposed to go down to like -10 over the weekend, over the overnight. Yeah. Dropping into the sub temperatures, -4, 9, and 10 in the morning. So yeah, I mean, next week it's gonna warm up, so that's pretty cool. So earlier today, before I started listening to all this jazz, I was listening to some old school sort of like 60s, 70s music. Nice chilled list, a lot of nostalgic songs in there. And I started thinking, like, that's the joy of having just a music system, is to sit back and enjoy music. instead of it always being, or it being about analyzing certain things. And I often like to remind people that that's the whole purpose, is to just enjoy it. If you do enjoy the system as it is, then there is no reason to continue, searching and chasing and changing and altering, and like, it's a tweaking kind of hobby. If you're into it as a hobby, then you can always tweak and find something to improve on, and you can move the speakers around a couple more inches, or you can buy a new unit that apparently does something different, or you can spend and figure out whatever the cables are doing. It's all a tweaky sort of thing, like the same way that guys that are into like car racing and sports cars and aftermarket sort of stuff, you can always put something different on the car, right? Like a new tire tread, or new rims that have certain whatever, or shock suspensions that have certain details, you know what I mean? Or like a higher octane fuel with a different air filter. Like, cars are like that. If you're looking for like top performance, like anything else that's technical, there is an entire market and business industry around improving performance. Audio's not so much different, it just plays a different role. When you're in a car and you're racing a car, usually it's the car across the finish line first, including the driver, that says this one's best. But with audio, there's no such thing. I mean, if you want to judge all of our gear on a flat response, you need to measure every single stereo system or every single audio system in the same room with all the same parameters. And it doesn't work like that. F1 racing has a set standard number of tracks that never change. They race the same tracks around the world every year with the same, like with one team and a driver, and whatever the circumstances are, if it's everybody's competing, if it's raining, if it's sunny, if it's whatever, it's all the same, right? That's how that competition works. Audio is not like that, so you can't just award the best in audio to whatever based on, subjective experience, because it doesn't work like that. It's not a standard test. It's a voicing of opinion. Robert Mills is here, says hello. Cheers to everybody. Whatever you're drinking today, water, if you have water, be responsible. I know the audio sounds like shit during my streams. I apologize. The stream that we let out yesterday actually turned out really good. Friday was, I think Thursday was even better. Thursday was a very, very good session. We did a release. No, we did a weekly discovery that had some amazing songs in it. So that really went well, and I appreciate it. Also, something that we discovered yesterday, I was looking at the algorithm for my YouTube channel, and we are actually getting a number of female viewers and people that are watching from different areas. And I thought that was very interesting. I'm trying to reach more people. So here are the stats. Here are the age ranges. Look at this. Majority is between 25 and 54. With a little bit more at 50 to 64. Male to female, look at this, 3.8% is actually pretty good. That's up from where it was before. My viewers are mostly in the US, Canada, and UK, which is really nice. Not really a whole lot listening to the subtitles, but that's all right. And then this one is the one that gets me. For the videos, most viewers are not subscribed. Now, if that's from Reels and other things, then I can understand. But this is actually not that bad. 20% or almost 20% is pretty close. I've seen a lot worse. But I mean, this to be 50-50 would be fantastic. Then the final numbers on my subscriber list would actually be a little bit better. We are approaching that 25, 26, hopefully 3,000 by the end of the year. That would be a nice goal. And it just means that I'm reaching more people and doing the things that I need to do. So this is one thing that I started doing is, yesterday I started loading shorts that are subtitled and also feature some of the things that we were doing in stream. But this is only possible through StreamYard. They have a new AI operation that scans the stream and then automatically clips these out for me. Now I can do it after the fact with other softwares like CapCut and other things have that capability. Let's pull this poll down. And Claudia says guitar, Fender or Gibson. That's a good point. I don't play guitar, so I don't know. I wouldn't know how to compare them. Here's an interesting question that I got on my YouTube the other day. Somebody asked me how I would compare. Hold on, I'll call it up. So here's the question. How do they compare to Dynaudio Contour 2020 Black, which is a new one, or Dolly Epicor 3? And this is my response. Because I have to be honest with people. So I've never compared them. The only answer I can give you are based on specs. And that's Radiant Acoustics Clarity 6.2, which are in the other room. How do they compare to the Dynaudio Contour 20 Black, which is a good option? I mean, they're both Danish speakers and they're probably in the same realm. But the thing about having a channel like this is I don't get to listen to everything, and it's hard to answer a question about comparison if I've never heard them before, right? It's not fair or not right for me to say to somebody, oh, I like these better or these better if I've never heard them in the same room. Much like I talked about the race car thing. If you're not racing on the same track at the same time with the same rules, with the same parameters and that kind of thing, then you can't decide a winner unless it's a fair race. And in audio, because it's all subjective, everybody you ask will have a different set of perspectives on their performance. So Bon Jovi guitarist played on Gibson Les Paul. Okay. I mean, great band for sure. I can't remember his name. There was a comedian on the other day. She was on what show was it? Story Wars, and her last name was Brian, and apparently her father plays in the band. So that, I mean, like, that's pretty cool. Can't remember her first name though. Someone Brian. I think he's the keyboard player, maybe. Let me look it up. I'm gonna just answer my own questions here. Keyboard player. Yeah, that's him. So his daughter was on the show and they were all talking about the band and how awesome the band is and all that kind of stuff. So it's pretty cool. Pantera Walk, also a very good song. Very, very good song. I'm just playing some chilled music today, just relaxing. Not a whole lot to share new. It's a lazy Saturday. I was playing some really easy listening. I did demo this song the other day. The November Rain, which is on here somewhere. November Rain. There it is, number 10, November Rain. I had played that and put some demos online the other day, some real. This is a classic album. It's one of their greats, the two of them, Use Your Illusions 1 and 2. Amazing nostalgic music. And I still enjoy listening to CDs. It's a great quality format. It seems more dynamic and stable. Even streaming Qobuz over any kinds of streaming only like over any platform is going to present with a certain amount of, like, the internet is deciding on the sound quality, right? Or The same with like any CD player or any hardware. It's not that part of it that I'm concerned with. It's more like how it's prepared in the servers and delivered, right? Certain servers can do a really good job at decoding them, and DACs, of course, but CDs and like the Red Book profile or the protocol is a standard way of producing the music. The same way vinyl has the same EQ parameters. Vinyl recordings and mastering techniques and CD mastering techniques and production are all standardized across the board so the technology can read it. Streaming platforms, like whether it's MQA or FLAC, or if it's stored in this format or that format, there's a lot of variations there, and I find that even over Apple and iTunes are mastered for iTunes, so everything that's on streaming is just a crapshoot, right? Andre Sound is saying, I listen to such setup, 3 amplifiers are pumping each wave, first for tweeters. Oh, so they're tri-amplified, that's really cool. Second for mid-range, third for 2 stereo subs, that's really cool. I want to try isodynamic tweeters in the future. What are those? Isodynamic tweeters? Let's ask Google. I'm going to ask, what are isodynamic tweeters? Planar tweeters. Okay. High frequency driver using a lightweight flat membrane, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, planar tweeters are really good. That's why I like Borison Acoustics. Borison Acoustics tweeters are really, really delicate. Now, it's very interesting to have seen a video recently where Sternholm Reviews was checking out the T3 towers and the new BBMs, the bass modules, and apparently over 90 dB. That system is very dynamic, but it was also bottoming out the tower and the subs. I don't know why. The towers probably shouldn't have been playing full range, but then again, it's a tower, and that brand is known for very high levels of quality. I mean, you're talking about a set of speakers that cost $250,000, but you're going to be pushing it to get them above 90 dB with bass. Now, that's a very interesting result. Now, I don't know if there's more information going to be released about that, but like the KEF R11 metas that I have here are rated for about 113 dB in room. Well, I don't know about maybe in room, but 113 dB is definitely a lot more significant than 90. At 90 dB, depending on their sensitivity, you could put 2 watts into the system and then get that kind of level out. 2 watts is nothing. 20 watts maybe an interesting, interesting sort of idea. But yeah, I don't know what's up with that review. But anyways, I do like planar ribbons. They're very sensitive, very responsive. They definitely image very well, so that's a good idea. I like that concept. Yeah, and then my original question here is, do you have subs with 2-channel? And that kind of plays into that answer that I just gave about the Borison system. Having the towers play to such finesse and imaging and transient sound, they're likely vented very openly, so the lowest end bass pushes those drivers a lot. And I guess they don't have the kind of suspension and resistance to hold them in check. I don't know what happened. It's very interesting. Anyways, I'm going to keep this in a short stream format for my friends. We're going on half an hour here, so I thank you for watching. I do appreciate everybody who tunes in. Every week it's a little bit different. Just topics, so I'm going to bring up talking points, certain news that's out there, maybe audio show reviews, stuff like that. I'm going to Montreal Audio Fest at the end of March. So 20, 21, 22 weekend, I'll be in Montreal. Then in April, I am heading to Expona. Expona is a big show that's outside of Chicago. That should be a very interesting time as well. So I'll be able to film, photo, capture, talk about a lot of the audio systems, get a lot of like new information on systems, get some more demos and opinions on any of the new gear. Also like lots of interviews with friends and other creators and other like reps and dealers and all that stuff. So that should be a lot of fun. Pixel saying, yeah, I haven't heard any clipping like that in my system. I use crossovers though. Yeah, it seemed very strange. Like the system was maybe just tuned slightly off, or maybe there was something else in the system that they didn't know what was going on. Because to be honest, it shouldn't be doing that. I know we talked about it in our Discord chat a little bit. It's not normal. It's not normal for most systems. Even at that level, 90 is like nothing. I mean, Emotiva and even Kanto speakers could probably handle 90 dB without bottoming out like that. It's very weird. But then I know like Borson is using a different kind of technology, and that their speakers, the drivers move very easily. There's no impedance. It's very low sort of stuff like that. So they don't have a lot of pushback. So they need amps with a lot of damping factor. But then the damping factor doesn't matter if your drivers don't have any impedance kickback. So there's like this play that they need to manage. I don't know what's going on there. I'm sure we'll get more information about it, because that's not going to stand as is. Okay. To all of my friends, my viewers, thank you for tuning in and watching. As always, you can find me on all of the other channels, Facebook and Instagram as well. There is a link to my Discord in the YouTube profile. My email is there if you really need anything. Someone was messaging me about the speakers in my profile pic. They asked me if what brand they were, and if anybody doesn't know, leave it in the comments after the video. So the speakers must have a low impedance spike at certain frequencies. Well, I don't know if it's low impedance, but they don't have any inductance in the coils, right? So when those speakers have silver and copper rings in the motor structure and titanium formers, so that the copper of the voice coil doesn't create eddy currents slowing or impeding the driver. That's what I mean by impedance. Not like ohms rating, because you won't have an ohms rating swing if there's no inductance in the coil, right? The inductance stops the movement, but because they're so transient, there's nothing slowing the coils down. So yeah, long discussion. We'll get into it sometime if I get information. But thank you for joining. I will see you again throughout the week. Probably not tomorrow, not Sunday, but maybe Monday, Tuesday. I will try to join back. I don't have any appointments this week, so that's fine. I got my dental cleaning done today, so I'm all good for that. So it is a new month, I believe, tomorrow, March 1st. Spring is on the way. Hold out for the winter to say bye-bye, and I'll leave you with that. I'll see you in the next videos. Thank you for tuning in and watching. You can subscribe, but you don't have to. If I earn it someday, then that's cool. You could leave comments under the videos. And if you're curious, then you could watch the past videos and find out what's going on with my channel. Okay, thank you, everybody. I appreciate you. Have a really good weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Drink some water. Get out and touch grass, or, shovel snow. Whatever it happens to be. And I'll see you in the next video.